Well, hi guys, how are you doing? It's rare that I come out here to YouTube instead of Facebook, but I thought today, let's go for it. Let's have a go on YouTube and do a live and let you know what we're doing. Firstly, I'm Adrian Salisbury and welcome. Thank you for coming along. A few people watching. Hope Boykin Dance, like the start of that, did you? Good, glad you're liking it. You want one, what is that? So yeah, great to have you on, and I know numbers will grow as we get going. Robin's on. Hi, loving Ecamm. Excellent, that's what we like to hear. So who am I? I'm Adrian Salisbury of the Pro Video Academy here, and I just wanted to give an introduction really to this and an explanation. Firstly, what is Ecamm Live? Some of you don't know what I'm talking about with Ecamm Live. Others of you have got Ecamm Live and you've heard about my academy and going, I don't understand why I need that. You know, what is that going to give me more than the videos that are already on YouTube? So we're going to spend about half an hour together here, see how long you can stick with me. And, you know, let's go through this. I've got a few testimonials. I've got a few cool features that you can do inside Ecamm, and then want to have a big Q&A. And I'm thinking about half an hour, but we can stay longer than that. If you've got questions, you know, really about the Academy, then I'd love to help you with that. So, whoa, it's going crazy now. Mark's put, hi, how you doing? Good to see you. Tim's on. Hi there. Sadler, loving it. Using it for your lessons. Brilliant. Is that drum lessons by the looks of it? Countdown. Oh, you want the countdown timer? Okay, cool. I'm actually going to be giving away some countdown timers and some overlays for the first time in the Academy, actually. It's just, but it's a bit hard to do because actually I need to have some of your images to do those things. But I'm going to show you some things that you can do anyway. But yes, let's see, who else is on? Thank you. One of your favorites. I feel honored. Z's here. Come on. New to Ecamm. Cool. Stay tuned. Brazil's in the house. Whoop. You're not getting the pop-up to auto post on Facebook after your live session done on YouTube. Yeah. Okay. Pop-up to auto post. So yeah, I tell you what, let's come back to some specifics afterwards and some questions. Dee Dee, hang on if you can. Let me come back and answer some of this stuff with you. Very impressed with Ecamm. Great stuff. South Africa. Awesome. Thanks for all the videos. James is on. Hey, James. James has been through all of my courses, I think. Is that right, James? Ian's on. Oh, hi, Ian. Yes, it was supposed to be. Yeah, we'll keep quiet on that one. We're going to do a podcast together, but we're just holding fire on it for the time being. Great stuff. Right, okay, so lovely to have you guys in here with me. Can I just unpack and explain a little bit about what Ecamm Live is, first of all? And then, as I say, let's go in and explain a little bit more about what this Academy is and why I think you should be joining it. So first of all, Ecamm Live is I got to stay right at the start, it's Mac only. So if you're a PC user, we're just going to tease you, I'm afraid, because you're going to see all these amazing features and they're not available to a PC user. But if you are on a Mac and you are live streaming or you're doing any kind of video presentations, more and more people have just been forced to do it, but actually realizing that this whole online way of teaching and doing summits and you know, instead of big events where we're all getting together, actually lots and lots of people now are going, do you know what, we could shift to online. But, you know, how do you do that? How do you put a presentation together? How do you run a show like that? You know, Ecamm is just becoming so powerful for doing this. So initially, yes, it's a live streaming tool. It would go to Facebook, to YouTube like this. I can go through a third-party program like Restream, and I can go to multiple platforms at once. What can we do? What kind of cool things can we do? Well, at the minute, I've just got some very simple branding here. This is just a logo that I can pick up, although I can't because I've locked my screen. I can just pick up a logo here, move it around, position it wherever I want. I can resize the thing. So very flexible, very simply like that. I could introduce something like this along the bottom very easily. And again, you know, I can bring that in. I can change the name around. I can reposition this and just title it up as I want. If I've got a guest on with me doing an interview, because I can bring guests in through Skype at the minute and do an interview. We can sit side by side and our names sit down there. Some really cool things. Still on kind of branding and overlays and things. We can do fun stuff like this. And I could actually be sitting here inside this and do a I can do my presentation from here if I want to. What about green screen? Green screen is a favorite, and I can, as easy as that, just pull up a little green screen behind me and away we go. I'm now in a different location. I'm working from somewhere else. What other places have we got? We could be sitting here in front of this lovely window. Maybe not that one so much. Where did I see? Look at this. Look, it's Monsters Inc. Pixar put up a whole load of backgrounds that you could use in your videos. And so why not transform yourself to the Monsters Inc. set? Actually, we could do the same thing. I think this was, let me go up here to the right place. This is EastEnders. Down in London, you can sit in your pub down here and do all this stuff. Really good quality green screen. And actually, this is a lot of fun for doing a live, but also I can do recorded videos this way. And we've got, customers that have come through the Ecamm Academy who have been in a small bedroom and really limited space, and they've just been able to pop up a green screen behind them like this, and all of a sudden they look really professional, like they're sitting in an office or somewhere. So it's not just for the gimmick and the fun side of it. Actually, it can be really powerful. I'm just trying to find another couple of backgrounds for you there that might work as well. Let's come out of a pub. I know it's in the morning for some of you. You wouldn't find yourself in a pub, but we could sit in an office place like this. Arnold's just asking how much lighting do you need for green screen? Well, I've put no extra lighting on here. I've got a light in front of me, and I've got another one that's actually just pointing back here. It's not particularly evenly lit, in fairness, but it's very forgiving on here. I don't think there's another bit of software actually that does live green screen as powerfully as this. Even bringing it into ScreenFlow, I do a lot of my editing in ScreenFlow. That has a green screen feature. Potentially I could bring it in and use it through there. Doesn't work as well. Zoom doesn't work as well. None of these other platforms. I think whatever the guys at Ecamm have done with their green screen, they've done a fantastic job of it. Let's just see what you've got on there. Yes, good. You're liking that. How do you do pre-recorded videos? Right, I tell you what, I'm going to come to just let me come through this and then we'll come back to these questions. But you mentioned video. Actually, we can have video in the background, We've got images here, but look, these are little video clips as well. You can just see that fade level needs adjusting a bit. So I can actually bring video clips in as well as having, in fact, where's that one gone? Look at this. Ready? Hold tight. Whoa, trippy. So, yeah, video backgrounds as well. So even just something like a scene like this, where maybe there was just a little bit of movement back there, or a window and a tree waving around in the background outside, just takes it to a whole nother level. Now, while I'm still on green screen, let me bring you up to another feature that I absolutely love to do, is doing a slideshow like this. And I can show up to, this isn't even an active one anymore, this Pro Video Academy Live that we ran. But I did a little presentation like this, and I'm able to quickly work through let me click on here. I'm able to quickly work through a slideshow like this and present and just bring some whatever I want. I'm basically here in front of a PowerPoint slide. And I'll show you how to do all this, how to set all this up, and what you get to experience is, and I'm going to show you some testimonials in a minute. One of the guys on there said, it's not just what you learn in terms of the training, but actually it's seeing me doing it and building it out, and live you can be going, whoa, how did you do that? Backtrack a bit. Let's show you how we did that. So yeah, all of this cool stuff. So I'll pop that down for a minute. We may have it. It's on a roller shutter, and I thought I'll just hold it just off screen, but no, it went. Yeah, what have I missed on my little list here? The other thing that we can do, and growing actually, is I'm using a HDMI converter with I've got a Panasonic G7 camera here. Somebody's already asked me what camera we're using. We bring that through here using something like a Camlink, a HDMI converter. Well, actually, Ecamm, it used to just be Canon, but they are growing and growing in the list of cameras that you can actually just connect with a USB cable, and you don't even need to have a HDMI converter. So for lots, it's all of a sudden meant that you can just simply plug in your, we'll say Canon camera, DSLR camera, you can plug it in and then you can use this as your feed and go out to other platforms. So hugely powerful in terms of creating a live. I've got one of my customers who actually ran a 3-hour long live show. What should have been an event, they would have had thousands of people showing up to it. They ran it all as a live, and he queued up videos and scenes in advance to be able to work through, bring people in, like I've just done, just running through some scenes on here actually. It was an amazing success. So you know, you create the thing first of all. You can put all these scenes together. You can do some amazing, powerful work. You can use your phone as a camera source. You can use an iPad and use it like a virtual white pad. And as you just saw me there on green screen cut out, how powerful would that be to have a big screen there where you're drawing something out and then there's you just sat down in the corner cut out of it. Massively powerful. You can bring in via Skype up to 5 guests at a time, and you can all be sitting here on the screen. Again, you could like do overlays so you're all sitting nicely in boxes and things. Yeah, so that's the kind of the creating side of it. And you can build this stream out, you get it all ready in advance, and then you can broadcast. And I'm going obviously to YouTube at the minute. I could be going out to Facebook, to Periscope, to Twitch. I could be using a Restream and going out to multiple platforms at once. And via Restream, I could be going out to LinkedIn as well. And the beauty is that I'm sitting here, I haven't got any of those, I haven't got YouTube open. I'm sitting here just with my Ecamm control panel, and all the chat, all the comments are coming into here. And at any point, I can grab them and pull them onto the screen here. So massively powerful. And like I say, it isn't just, you know, they're the ones for live streaming, but actually more and more now people are going, we could be doing our live event through this. We could be doing our webinar this way. Facebook, what are they called? Facebook Messenger Rooms is one of the new ones that's really coming up and trying to be interesting to see where that goes, trying to compete with Zoom. This works really well for that too. So let me just jump back. There's a whole load of comments, and I'm normally really good at keeping up with your comments. Let me just do this actually, and I can bring your comments up alongside. Let's just back up a bit. For poor minute, close-up magic, brilliant. What you can do actually, and what we were doing the other day, is that you can, within the features in here, let me just cut back a minute to myself, is we can actually, with this camera, I can zoom in on it. So what I can do is to create really in effect like 2 camera angles, and all it's doing is the same camera but cropping in on one part of it. So yeah, absolutely, you could do those kind of things on there. How much lighting, we looked at that. Pre-recorded video transition or fade. So with all of your, so what Andrew's asking here about pre-recorded videos. So that intro video was pre-recorded, and I'm going to show you in just a minute a testimonial that is a pre-recorded video that I can bring in, and at the end of it, I'm going to say, when this video is finished, go to the next scene, and that next scene is going to have me sitting here. Hopefully, if I put them in the right order. Let me just change that around actually, because it isn't at the minute. In terms of the transitioning, there's a feature here inside Ecamm that when you go into your settings area, it'll say, do you want a transition? And if so, which of several of them you can have? And just a simple fade works well there. Sadler, it's a Panasonic G7. Oh, thank you, James. Come on. Great stuff, Anthony. Can't get Canon to work with Zoom. This should sync fine now with Zoom. Have you updated Zoom? There was a time when Zoom wasn't allowing any virtual cams, but it is now. I tried it just before I came on here, and it's working fine on mine. Good stuff. What is Ecamm? So Wendy, this is what I'm showing you. This is what Ecamm is. It's a tool that allows you to live stream out like this and really create. So whether I'm YouTube, Facebook, anywhere else, I can do all this stuff very easily. Nikon compatible? Yes, some is. Some of it depends. If you head to the Ecamm website, and there's a page on there talking about camera compatibility, and they're growing that list constantly. Can you do interviews? Yes, you can. Bring in a guest over Skype. But it won't be long before there's a new feature coming out inside Ecamm where we are going to be able to bring our guests directly in. So we're all kind of itching for that to happen. We won't be needing Skype anymore. It's in production, I believe. Ian just produced wife's cooking class. Brilliant. Yeah. It works really well to have, you can have multiple cameras working there, one main one and then a picture-in-picture working alongside it. A Zoom dance class. Wow. That's fantastic. Come on, love it. So yeah, guys, come through. Keep asking me some questions here. I'm just going to jump on a minute. So what is Ecamm Live Academy? That's been Ecamm Live first of all. Can I just play you a testimonial first of all? This is one of the ladies who came through earlier in the Ecamm Live Academy. Have a listen to what she says. It's like 2 minutes long, this video, and then I'll come back and I'll give you a bit of a breakdown and I'll show you inside the Academy to see what it is and really how and why it works.
Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Catherine Cooper, and I'm the owner of Catherine Cooper Photography here in Dallas, Texas. And I wanted to hop on here really quickly in the middle of my two couches and just give a quick testimonial for about the Ecamm Academy and Adrian. I absolutely love. I'm so glad that I found this community. I found Adrian on YouTube when I was looking for some videos on how to work Ecamm. And from there, I got the email about the academy, and oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so glad that I joined. First of all, this is in the middle of the lockdown, the quarantine, with everything that's going on in the world. And when I tell you, this has been the highlight of my day. Just being a part of the community, I'm able to, first of all, the course itself has just broken down in detail on what to do in order to get everything up and running. It has, because we have homework and we have to get on there and do live videos, it's made me more confident. I'm not the most confident right now, but it's definitely made me more confident with doing video and live video in particular. And I'm just so grateful for this community. It is seriously the best Facebook group that I have been in. Adrian's, his, what's the word for it? His personality is just amazing. And everyone inside of the group is so positive and they're so helpful. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful community. I wish it never ended. So I just wanted to hop on here and say thank you to Adrian and your team, your wife, everyone that's involved in bringing this whole Ecamm Academy together. Keep doing what you're doing. I really appreciate you guys.
How cool is that? Bless her. So Ecamm Live Academy is really me taking you through Ecamm. And the way I do it is, let's do this little screen share down here. This is inside the Ecamm Live Academy. We could go, come on, I might as well show off some features while we're doing it. So this is the, this is what you get inside the Ecamm Live Academy. This is the, basically you're signing up and you're getting really a 2-week boot camp with me. And every day over the first week, I'm going to drip out some videos to you. And you're going to get, you heard their homework. I might have turned a few of you off with that word, but you're going to get some tasks, some challenges each day. We're going to be challenging you and pushing you through Ecamm. And then I show up every day on a live, do a roundup, do this kind of thing, and questions and that are coming in. We bring it in, we talk about it. And then the second week is really there for you to practice and play. I'm pushing you to interview people and actually to get both sides of an interview. So you reach out to someone else in the group, you interview them, they interview you, so you can see both sides of it. Actually, one of the biggest things I find, and one of the things I spot and really try and encourage people to do, is actually to bring comments in on the live and interact with people. And it's a safe space to do that and to practice and to work through it. So right here, level 1, this is day 1 really. You get this introduction, we're unboxing it, finding your way around. So it really starts at the absolute basics of starting this up. Some tips there on equipment, branding. The most important thing you're going to learn in this academy is right there in 1.9, using scenes. I'm using scenes right now to queue up and know exactly what's coming ahead of me. It's the way we can really create a show out of this. Second day, preparing you for live streams, talking about pages and groups, going live into Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, record only, which is, as I said, I think earlier on, you don't actually need to live stream for this. You could just record it, then you can edit it all out and use it as a video later. People do this for podcasting as well. So they can actually use this, bring a guest in, record it all in here, and not actually be live, but they're just using it to create that podcast. Then helping you with sharing your screen. Some other good stuff in there. Then day 3 is the scary day, where we actually interview somebody and how to prepare for that. I've got a checklist for you to run through with your guest in advance, using a green screen, using the scrolling ticker that I just put up quickly at the start. Day 4 is using your phone and iPad as a screen, bringing them on as a camera source, changing the size and that around of these, the whole stream itself, how to do a slideshow presentation, a bit of fun there with Snap Camera, using video animations. So you can see there's loads. Somebody said it's like drinking from a fire hydrant. There's a whole lot of information, but it was amazing. Using a virtual webcam. This is the last day then. So using your virtual webcam. So doing exactly what you've got here, but now sending it off to somewhere like Zoom, or that Facebook Messenger Rooms, or somewhere else like that you could use this powerful tool, but go out through their channel. Using the Stream Deck, using Restream. So there you go. That's the academy in terms of the training. But as you've heard, and as I'm going to give you in another couple of testimonials, that training is just one part of it. The community that you form, that you build here, is just incredible. And we've been blown away by I love it every time that we start one of these academies and nobody knows each other. We're just 150 plus people that are all in a room together. And by the end of it, it's like Catherine said there, I didn't want it to end. And that's been really typical of what people have said about the training, that actually, I think getting on a mission together, getting alongside people and knowing that we're all on the same journey together has been really powerful, and people have just loved it. We've got some questions in here. After saying I'm interacting on here, I'm not doing a very good job of it, am I? So let's come back to the comments. What'll I do in my green screen? We'll go, hang on, I'm locked on here. Rather than keep putting that screen up and down, I'll just send it like that, and then it's fine. Does it use your computer CPU power? Yeah, it is going to be, if you start bringing it on Skype guests and that as well, yes, it is using your CPU. It's bound to be doing. There are tips and tricks to that. I would always shut everything off that doesn't need to be open. I just spotted I'd got Final Cut Pro open just before I went live. Quickly shut that down because I don't want anything else that's open that doesn't need to be. That can make a big difference. I'm running this off of a 15-inch MacBook Pro to another monitor. It's all running fine. That was me just dropping a link in there as well. If you want to see that, that's the page I'm going to take you to in just a minute. No, not really. Teaching how to talk, acting, engage, that's not really going to come out in this, other than giving feedback and seeing us doing it and working through it. Is more about Ecamm. That's what the whole academy is. It's not a live streaming academy in that sense. It's an Ecamm academy to really get you getting the best out of this. Great. Good to know that it's working with your Z6. Do not the auto. Okay, so you were asking about when you get, what used to happen in Ecamm was when you got to the end of doing a Facebook Live, there would be a little link that said, do you want to post this straight to YouTube? I think I was certainly one that was actively saying to people, don't do that. You don't want to just stick this live straight up onto YouTube. If you've done a Facebook Live and you're then going to just send it up to YouTube afterwards, tidy it up. Take out the chatty bit at the start and the countdowns and all that, because anyone going to YouTube really just has gone, right, I want an answer to this. How do I live stream? Whatever it might be. They find your video. They don't want to get into a chat. They haven't come for that. They just want to get going. So I am glad to see that that's gone, to be honest. So it depends which way you want to look at it. Yes, the Facebook group, James saying. Safe space to practice. It is, and that's been one of the it's been one of the goals right up front, really, was to create a place where you could come in, and so many people are still, scared of going live, or feel very vulnerable. It's a place to try and practice, and if stuff goes wrong, doesn't matter, because we're all doing it, and actually it'll encourage other people. Just signed up. Fantastic. Lovely. Well, the actual academy itself. So let me just run over to this page. This is where that link's going. Whoop, over to, this is the Ecamm Live Academy then. So we are starting on July the 6th. So week today. This time we'll be right in our first live this time next week. You can join now. It's $99. And amazing value. I've had so many people saying to us, in fact, James, who's just on here, keeps telling me he's been saying to other coaches that when he says to them, he shows up live, they're going, what? He shows up live every day and you've got all of this and it's only $99. So yeah, incredible value. So this is, go over here, have a look at this. This is all what you can do with it. Just updated some new testimonials on here. I've got about another 3 still to come on, including James. Don't worry. A whole load more there. So this is what people are saying about it. Outstanding course. Learnt so much. Lisa came back round again a second time. We've actually got nearly 20 people already signed up to come. We've limited how many people can come back round again, because we only open this up 3-4 times a year, and we keep it to 200 people. We don't want the group to get any bigger, else we can't get on the lives and we can't really give that personal attention. We're already up to, I believe, about 140 people. I think Rachel just told me is the last count. So we're already filling up. It's getting known as the course to go to if you're on Ecamm. I love this, actually. We had this post in here, and this course has been like a book that you wish would never end. And that has just been so much. We get to the last day of this. It blows my mind how you can create a Facebook group and a community, and come the end of it, just 2 weeks, you really do feel like best friends at the end, and folk don't want to leave. So you do get the training. So what I just showed you there on the actual training itself, this is yours for life. And as I update it, as Ecamm grows and develops and we get new features added, I will update this, and that is yours for life. What you do get that is limited is the Facebook group is there for 4 months. So I show up and we do this 2-week live, and at the end of the 2 weeks, that's the end of the lives, really. Yes, I am still kind of around and answering some questions, but it's more about getting us all going and excited over that 2 weeks But then you've got access to that group. You can still post questions in there up to 4 months later, at which point we archive the group so that it is still accessible to go in and see the comments and the lives, but you can't add new content to it, if that makes sense. Which is why guys are coming back around again if they want to get that, fresh kick up the backside and get going again. So that's the Academy. People have absolutely loved it. What else can I say about it? I think I've got a page of notes here, and I've kind of done it, but just out of order, which is what's throwing me out. Let me quickly pop up for you. Actually, look at that, bang on past. Can I just run a couple of? You keep asking some questions. I'm just going to run another couple of testimonials here. Let's do it the other way around. I'll pull this green screen down actually, because part of me thinks I could sit here telling you all this stuff, and really it's more interesting for you to hear what other people are saying about it. So here's Pastor Bill first of all, and then Jim. So these are just 3 that I've chosen off of that page. You can go and watch more testimonials over there, but let me come back and answer some of your questions straight after this.
Hi friends, my name is Bill Mann, aka Pastor Bill. Like many fellow pastors and church staff, I was forced into live streaming our church's worship gatherings due to this worldwide pandemic. I searched the internet for information on how to live stream my church's services. Based upon the advice of one of my church tech guys, whom I've followed on YouTube for years, I dove right into Ecamm Live after a short but complicated stint with an open source broadcasting software. You know what it is. I didn't know how to use Ecamm Live, so again I searched YouTube and ran across a guy named Adrian Salisbury. Wow, the energy and the clear explanation of the many features in Ecamm Live that he presented. I watched many of his videos on YouTube and they made sense, but I was still having trouble connecting all the dots. Then I discovered Adrian's Ecamm Live Academy. I wasn't sure what more I'd get out of the Academy over the YouTube videos, but I was pleasantly surprised. Adrian has a gift of clearly teaching his software systematically. He connected all the dots, helping me to gain confidence and proficiency using Ecamm Live. The best part of the experience was his cheerful presence on camera, which is very motivating. The extended support in his private Ecamm Live Facebook group connected me with a wonderful family of would-be live streamers who mostly all are streaming now. If you want to live stream, have a Mac product, look no further than using Ecamm Live. If you want to learn how to use Ecamm Live like a boss, stop everything you're doing, forget the YouTube videos, and enroll in Adrian's Ecamm Live Academy. You will not be disappointed. Hurry! Do it now.
Hello there, my name is Dr. Jim Emerson, and I am a physician and a course creator, and I just wanted to give a big shout out to Adrian Salisbury for his Ecamm Live Academy course that I took back in April. Guys, I learned so much on the technical side of Ecamm Live, but possibly more importantly, in watching Adrian, I learned so much about the art of doing a live stream. He's just fantastic in the way that he engages with the audience, and he just creates such a great community of people that are willing to help each other out because they model what Adrian does. His course is fantastic. He takes you through step by step how to get the most out of Ecamm Live, teaches you all the tips and tricks. He also has fantastic support staff. That's a plug for you, Rachel. And guys, he's just a great educator. Adrian, I thank you so much. I get so many compliments from friends of mine in the internet marketing space that compliment me on the quality of my video, and it's all thanks to you. For anybody considering the Ecamm Live Academy, know this, that I enjoyed Adrian's teaching so much and got so much value from it that I actually signed up for his other 2 courses. So please, if you're considering joining Adrian for Ecamm Live Academy, just know that you will not regret it. All right, thank you so much, And Adrian, God bless.
Thank you, guys. Just just to touch on what Jim was just saying there, actually, of my other academies, because someone's bound to go, hang on a minute, what other academies is he talking about? I also run a YouTube academy and Pro Video Academy, which is teaching you how to show up like this, whether it be for live streaming or for just simply recording videos. So they're the other ones that he was talking about. But anyway, let me just jump back to these comments a minute, because it's great. Some of you have been asking away. Tudor Travel just signed up, which is fantastic. How long is the course on each day? Great question, RW. The videos are dripped out. They're different lengths. It looks like there's a lot there, but actually some of those videos are literally like a minute or two long. So you could consume that. You could do that work within an hour a day. The lives that I come on are about an hour and 10 minutes. And so if you can free up time to do that, and it is, the whole reason why we're doing this as a live is I want you to really take action and get into it and work together as a group. If this were just a evergreen, open all the time, come and sign up, work through it on your own, there's less kind of energy around it. You're just going to go, yeah, I might come back to this. But actually knowing that you're going to get an email from me going, right, it's Wednesday, the day we're going to be doing lives, interviewing, come and get in the group, have a go at this, watch the videos, jump on the live tonight in the UK anyway. It's this time right now. So yeah, it is flexible, and you can spend as long as you like doing it. But the actual lives themselves are an hour. And somebody was just asking me on here as well, if you miss it, where did I just see that? I was flicking down this while the testimonials were playing. If you miss the class, can you catch it? Yes, if you miss the lives, as soon as I finish it, it'll be there available as a replay. And the videos, as I say, you've got for life. You can come back to them at any point. Will there be a kind of certificate? We looked at this last time around, and I reckon we probably could knock up a little certificate for you if that would be helpful. We also have in there, I nearly brought Griff's video on, actually. Griff came on, and in his little live, I'll play you out with it because it's a great one, actually. Griff did a video, and he got an award for the most, what did he say? The best entertainer or most entertaining live stream. So we give out these awards, and we have Ecamm mugs that we give out to top contributors. It's noted when people go above and beyond over these 2 weeks, helping, supporting, encouraging other people. We even have as well, we've had guys from Asia, from Australia that have been showing up at like 2 a.m. to get on the lives. So they've had mugs for being the most dedicated people to get involved. Super helpful. Good. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, what is hard? I've had a lot of emails just in the last couple of days. I've seen your videos. What's the benefit? Why would I want to come into this academy? What else are you going to teach me? And it isn't necessarily that there's a lot more content, but it's the way we work through it. And it's a lot more systematic. You're seeing me literally doing in front of you everything that you need to do. I can share my screen and do share my screen and say, right, well, this is how I'm doing this, and this is what, the process I think through with doing a live, and then I send you away to have a go and work through it yourself. So it's a whole nother level. When you're watching my YouTube videos, you're out there on your own doing it. When you're in here, I'm coaching you, and you're part of a community. It's another level. It really is. And again, check out that page, because we've had such incredible feedback about it. We're not changing anything. We're sticking to exactly the same thing. It's just doing great. Hope says, picked up on that, did you? Yeah, it's been on the cards. Ecamm are amazing. One of the things I love about Ecamm is the team. It's a small enough company that you've basically got two brothers that are doing the developing. They're building this out. They're listening all the time to what we want. And so as beta testers, as just the community itself, when people are saying, oh, we'd really love this feature, or we're struggling with that, they listen and take notice. And one of the things that's been said over and over is that we would prefer an alternative to needing Skype to bring guests in. And they've, really done some work into this, and we're getting little hints of it that it's coming soon. So that will mean we can bring a guest straight into Ecamm and not need to go out to, or not need to involve having Skype open, which will make a big difference actually to having your processor working away as well. Yep. Yeah. James. Oh, James, you're a good man. There you go. That was better than you making me a testimonial video. You actually showed up on here and you did it for me. Oh, Anthony, really? Well, maybe if we did certificates, we could potentially make them available to previous groups as well. Oh, brilliant. Hope's in for next week as well. Amazing. Lovely. Well, Rachel, I don't know if Rachel's on. I don't know what the number we're up to now, but I think it's the first time we're actually going to have to close the doors because we are well on track for hitting our 200. And I don't think, I haven't done any advertising or anything. It's just been people that have been hearing about it, knowing about it, and wanting to get on board. And so we've only just today sent out an email. We sent one out on Friday to people that had registered on a wait list. And we're definitely holding back the amount of alumni people that are coming back through. So only 20 spaces of that. And I think that's almost full. So yeah, you need to act quick if we want to get involved in this. It is absolutely worth it. As James says there, and I think, James, you're signed up to come back round again, aren't you? All right. So any other last burning questions? Or I don't like to run while you're all here. I am going to find Griff's video while you're just doing some questions. And these are the things, what you find as well. There's been a few times on my lives when stuff's gone wrong. And guys have just been really happy actually to see that stuff does go wrong and see how you cope with it. We've had the internet crash several times. My mic has gone off partway through. All of those kind of things have happened in real life. And actually people have gone, we've really enjoyed seeing that. And that it's not just me that this stuff happens to. And actually how you pick it up and carry on with it has been, good. So I'm very open and transparent and vulnerable in here. Not that I want to promote the fact that it goes wrong, but it does. I've found Griff's video. Right. So any last questions? I'm going to pass you over to Griff otherwise. And guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. Hope that's been useful. This is available on YouTube. Post a comment in there. The links are in there. Come over and join us in the Ecamm Academy if you want to. If it's the first you've heard about Ecamm Live, then again in the description, there is a link to a 14-day trial. What I haven't even mentioned on here is that Ecamm are giving every member who joins, not the alumni, people that have already been through, but every new member that comes in is being offered 40% off a pro annual upgrade. So Ecamm, the basic plan is amazing. It really does everything that you need it to do. At the pro level, it will allow you to use this virtual cam. So if you want to take this feed out to Zoom or other platforms, that's really where the pro level comes in. And it's about $10 a month extra over the basic. It's about $25 a month, I think it is. But if you sign up for their year plan, they're giving you 40% off, which is the equivalent of $96. So basically, you pay $99 to get into the academy, and you will get $96 back. So if you look at it like that, it's cost you $3 to get this insane amount of training and support. So come on. Arnold, thank you. Thank you yourself. How do you place the comments on screen? Rodney, what, like that? Dead easy. And you'll see that. And actually what I can do and what I should have done is brand this up. These colors are off. I'm set up for one of my other we should have been back in orange on here because I'm now back in Ecamm. But if I bring that comment in again, Rodney, look, I can change this around. I completely change the sizing, the fonts, the style of it. I can move it around on screen. And at the minute, this is set as a default to disappear after 10 seconds, but it could stay on for as long as I wanted to. But it really is. So within this control panel that I'm in, it's not like, I did was just look this morning actually, because now Facebook is improving what they're doing and you can do a lot internally, going live in Facebook itself. I was starting to think, okay, where are the differences? Why would people still want to have Ecamm Live? And these kind of features here are so powerful to that, and really giving you a chance to interact with people and improve this. So if you're new to Ecamm, what equipment do you need to start? Good question. You can do this with your webcam, just going straight out using the webcam on your laptop. You need to be on a Mac. That's it. Just a Mac with a webcam and you can get going with Ecamm. Yes, Victor did go through May. Fantastic. Oh, thank you so much, Victor, for jumping on here and giving that endorsement. It's great. It's lovely to have you back on here rather than me trying to say this. Is it possible to stream to different YouTube channels? Not at the same time. You would need to log out. So within Ecamm, you would need to log out and then log back in with a different YouTube account. Sure beats video editing. Yes, Anthony. And a lot of people do that. You're right. I can go through this and I can create this and I can add all those slides in and things. And then I just, maybe a little bit of top and tail and a little bit tidying at the ends of it. Mario, you're very welcome. Yeah. There you go. Look, just bringing on our little chat like this. So yeah, you get to see all this in action. Fantastic value. And we start a week today. So you got a bit of time. Well, you haven't got a bit of time because I don't know how long the door's staying open. Rach clearly isn't on. Rachel, my wife, is normally fantastic at... well, she is she's fantastic anyway. Blimey, don't get me shot. She's normally on here, and as soon as I say something, boom, there's a comment, and she's popped it in. She must be doing something else right now. I was just curious how many people we'd got on. Eva just asked, sorry, Eva, I missed your question. What time during the day are the courses conducted? So I drip out the videos at 9 a.m. in the UK, so you get access to them. So whenever you wake up, wherever you are in the world, you can work through the videos. And I show up and do a live at this time every day for the first week, and then several days over the second week. So 5 p.m. in the UK is 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and other times in between. That's the time for that. If you miss it and you can't get on that call, then you can watch the replay straight away. Still post your questions in. Basically on that live call, I'm going through the group and going, right, what's been going on? Let's pull a few people up. Let's give a bit of feedback on their lives. And so the training really isn't happening on those lives. That's just where we pull it together and just cement it in, if you like. Anything I've missed? $144, says Rachel, as me. That's how many people we've got signed up already. Thank you very much. She'll shoot me when I get in for calling her out like that. Will the course teach you how to view the comments on a separate monitor while you're live streaming? Not directly, Andrew, but it's the kind of thing that we could discuss on one of those live calls. I can tell you now how to view the comments on a separate monitor is I'm working on 2 monitors now, and if you set it up so that you're extending the screen out, then all I got to do is drag those comments across to that window, stretch it out to get the comments bigger. I did it. James will vouch for it. James is in my Pro Video Academy as well. We set it up the other day as if we were doing fitness classes. Not that I'm, if you saw me, I'm not a fitness worthy of being a fitness instructor, but a lot of the customers are in there are in that space and they're not sitting close up like this. So what we did is we put the camera at the other end of the room. I stood way back over here and I actually had this big TV and I dragged the comments onto that and had really huge comments sitting the other end of the room. So yeah, definitely very, ways around it. Hey, Rafael, thank you. Glad you made it. Can you program new subscriber alerts during your live stream? Gaming Dad. Yes, you absolutely can. Not in Ecamm itself, but you can bring in overlays. If you watch, actually, if you head up to my, although it's not directly covering that, if you go back to my channel when we've finished here, and the last video that I put up was talking about the new overlays, or there's a lot of stuff now in overlays here in Ecamm. And one of them is bringing in widgets. So you can go to, oh dear, Streamlabs, I think it's called. Let me have a look. Yeah, Streamlabs widgets. You could go over there and they've got all these widgets set up for things like that, like donation tins as well. If you're a musician, a performer, you want to have that little donation thing come in, you can have that stuff going on as well. I'm not really going to be teaching you that in the Academy, if I'm honest, but there are tutorials and things on the Ecamm site for that. But yes, it's absolutely available to do. If it can be done, I'll show you. That's it, James. We'll have a go anyway. Coffee news. Gail's just starting on Ecamm. This is definitely the way to kind of fast track your way through and just get a real understanding of what you're doing. Come on. Great stuff. Does Ecamm have the ability to output the program window to a separate monitor? Yes. That's one of the pro features, actually, is that you can do monitoring both of the video and the sound out to a different. So video monitoring could go out to another screen, audio monitoring as well. Come on, these are some great questions. I hate this bit. I was going to go. Look, that was 25 minutes ago that I was wrapping this up and I said I would go. Right, I'm going to leave it there. I'm just going to play out with Griff because he's an amazing guy. Absolutely. One of many people, like James and others that are on here as well. It's such a buzz for me to meet people and just love the friends that we make in here. It's something very special happens in these groups. Oh, go on then. One last question. What's the best method to record the output from Ecamm? Ecamm records itself. So whatever setting you've put it in as. So if I've set this in at 1080p or 4K. So if I just wanted to do record only, Ian, if your camera can cope with it, then you could do a 4K recording in here. I can run through it like this. So whether I've gone live or whether I've just done record only, I get that local recording. So as soon as I finish this, there's going to be a local recording sitting for me on my hard drive by default. Is that what you mean? Using the virtual cam and doing the Udemy course. Is this different? Ooh, not sure what Udemy course you mean. Is someone done an Ecamm Udemy course maybe? That's not mine. Just to say as well that this Ecamm Live Academy is the official training of Ecamm, and Ecamm will have put it out this morning as part of their emails that they send out to people, and we're the only ones that are the official training using Ecamm's product. I do all the videos that are on the Ecamm websites, so I'm sure there are other people doing it. This is the only approved official course. When you make the tutorial videos in YouTube, do you record them? So when I do my, good question, Jason, when I'm making my YouTube videos, well, certainly the the more recent ones that are mostly my videos are around Ecamm, then no, I'm using ScreenFlow. And I still do tend to use ScreenFlow because whereas, so if for instance, if I jump back here, I know it's not going to be green screen, so forgive me for a minute, but if I were doing this with a picture in picture, so if maybe I'm sitting myself over here as a picture in picture and I'm recording a screen share like this, if I record it in Ecamm, then this is fixed. If I record it straight into ScreenFlow, and actually I can use the virtual cam from Ecamm into ScreenFlow, but you're asking me about tutorial videos. What happens in ScreenFlow is it records this picture in picture separately to the screen that's going on behind it. So when I'm editing it, if I want to, I can make this go full screen. If I were in the right format, I could make this go full screen, or I could actually remove it all together. I can't do that in Ecamm because it is literally just recording exactly what is on the screen here. So it's really good if you want a simple and you're queued up and you're ready to go. It works really well for that. There's no reason why I wouldn't, only that I like to be able to transition. And sometimes when I'm doing screen sharing on my, it might be a tutorial, I'm showing you how to set something up in Kajabi or something else, and I suddenly find, my picture in picture was right over that save button. Well, I can backtrack a little bit in ScreenFlow and I can just move the picture in picture out of the way, carry on that recording. So yeah, there are a few reasons why I would go to ScreenFlow to do those tutorials. So Gaming Dad is asking, can you have the chat show up? I'm doing it like this. If you're meaning from a gaming, again, so I don't know if you've used OBS. OBS is a clunky version of this, and it's a free open source version. Personally, I've wasted hours and hours on OBS trying to get it to do what I wanted it to do. I came over to Ecamm and it just works. It's beautiful. But you might be referring to that. OBS as a kind of an attachment. They bring in these widgets and things. And yes, you can actually have a live feed coming in as an overlay. And that can be pulled in as a widget into Ecamm Live here. So yeah, if you're talking about a feed coming in from Twitch, or although is Twitch the one that's, my lab was just telling me that no, it was doesn't matter. Mixer's just disappeared, I think, haven't they? One of these other ones from gaming. But yes, you can bring it into Ecamm, no problem at all. And you could be playing your games if you're assuming that Gaming Dad is ScreenFlow an app. ScreenFlow is another bit of software that is an video editing software. It's actually a screen recording software was where it started, but much like Ecamm, they grew from that, and then you can do the editing with it and everything else. Gaming Dad, something else you could be doing with green screen is you can actually be bringing in a feed from an Xbox, a PlayStation, or something else, and you could be sitting with a cutout picture in picture over the front of it. My lad's into gaming and records some of his videos, and I've been saying this to him, let's bring it into Ecamm and let's show you how you could do this. And you could just be sitting there in the corner, cut out, rather than in a box or anything else. So some great things there. Ian's thinking about recording without streaming. I see what you mean. So yeah, absolutely. You could just record this. Plenty of people are doing that, and as I say, like for podcasts, Ian, you can actually bring your guest in, do the interview with them. You don't have to be going out live, and then you send it away to someone to edit it if you want to, or you edit it yourself if you want. It's just nice just to tidy up the start and end of it, and do a few things like that. And maybe if yeah, any little bits of editing that you can do, but it really does work well for recording only as well without needing to actually go live. Have I missed anything? Jimmy's coming back. Come on. Yeah, and I think that's where it's been good. And actually, if we'd have just, others have said, why do why do you close the other groups down? Why do you start it again? We've got groups that have been, those groups are open still from previous months that are there, but there's very little interaction because once that buzz of the event has died, people kind of fall off or get distracted and do other things. And so what Jimmy's saying here about coming back through again makes a lot of sense actually, to go, right, okay, I know what's coming this time. I'm going to really get stuck into it. I'm going to make sure I turn up and do all the lives. It's a good idea. The name of the widget website in the comments. It pops up. So if you're in Ecamm and you're on the overlays, it pops up in here. It's Streamlabs widgets, and it will take you straight over there. I don't know what will appear at the other end of that, whether it needs to go to a specific widget, but that's where you're going to get hold of those, and it will bring those straight in. So you don't need to go off and do it separately. It will just pull them in from there. So yes, this is the Academy is in Kajabi. Absolutely. I love Kajabi. And actually I teach another academy on getting going on Kajabi actually, but it's really designed for first time people getting started with an online course. Great stuff, Gaming Dad. With my background, why not create? Anthony, that's exactly where I did start. And that's my backstory of getting, it's why I made videos in the first place. I am a photographer. The only reason I was making videos was because I wanted to create an online course for photography. And I did create it, but I've literally just pulled it down or pulling it down at the minute because it's a bit out of date and I'm already doing too many things. And yeah, so I did do that, but that's a bit of a past life. Okay, Robert's interested and registered. Fantastic. Right, I can go now then. Robert's in. Great stuff. I really am going to go. We're an hour in. I was only supposed to be half an hour. I'm going to leave you with Griff, and then at the end of his video, I'll be gone. But reach out, register over at the Academy one last time. Let's pop that comment in the chat. That's the page to go to, the Ecamm Live Academy, and I would love to be working with you this time next week. All right, all the best. Here's Griff.
Hey, what's cracking, y'all? My name is Griff. I am a creative from America. I took the May Ecamm course, and when I tell you my life has changed, I'm not exaggerating. I've been doing comedy for 25 plus years, and Adrian has hit me to all kind of different things on my social media game. He will teach you how to make lower thirds. You'll find out what that is. Now, I just happen to have a fresh graphic designer as a manager, and she can do fresh ones like that, but he will give you the best advice on how to do that. Adrian is somebody you can trust. Now, it's going to take a second to get used to his Australian accent, like some of y'all might be trying to get used to mine. I actually say HDMI cord, and he says HDMI cord. Now, HDMI, him, HDMI. So once you get used to that, he's awesome. Now, this Adrian, I can't vouch for. I don't know what that dude did. This one right here is the man. That one right there, not sure who he is. Adrian is so cool, man. And he'll teach you how to put logos, your own personal logos. I'm actually the founder of a nonprofit called the Process Success Foundation. So what you'll be able to do digitally it's a game changer. That's all I can say. Plus, I actually won most entertaining. It's not something I made up. I actually have the mug to prove it. So get with Ecamm. It is something that you will use over and over again, and you'll just get better and better. How about that?